Just across the Cumberland River from those neon lights of Broadway, we welcome you inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Tennessee Titans. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson, we welcome you. That's the punter Ethan Evans to get this started. Off we go from Nashville. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on it. Return.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Penn State. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Like, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way. And it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
Hurt!
Shotgun snap for Wolf. Now a shot here, deep middle. He's got it! And he will take this one in. 81 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. Second play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He fields it at the 8. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
To throw right away is Stafford. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
putting the tight end in motion. Forced to his right. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. A big one there on third down, good for 26 yards.
First down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
First down, Rams.
Play action now for Stafford. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. 3rd and 6.
22! Lady!
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Caught by Nakua on the out route. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Monday. 8-yard pickup. First down, Los Angeles.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. He'll throw complete to Blake Corum. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
14-yard line.
Double right! Set! 250!
Valdez-Scantling on the move. Throwing again is Stafford. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
20! 59! Hey, 50! Stop!
They'll run it. First carry of the game for Blake Corum. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The motion man is Nakua. Caught out wide on the RPO. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
4th down and 1.
Set! Alert! Yellow waiting! Yellow!
Stafford to throw it. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big 4th down opportunity. And
oh, that's not going to work out at all. That is a safety. Well, you do not see that very often from that area of the field, thinking going forward, not that far backward. A shocking safety for the defense.
it is shocking, Mike, and to be frank, it just can't happen. I mean, you just can't go backwards in this point of the field, and not only do you lose the yardage, but you give the defense an easy opportunity to capitalize with the 2 points.
On first down, Stafford. The catch made by McCool. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down. Tight end going in motion here. Now a first down throw for Stafford. Going right back to Nakua, complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 21, here's second down and 7. On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
We typically see the big guys up front, Mike, make plays at the line. But every so often, he's able to drive through, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
It is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Rams. That his second TD catch of the season. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Stafford brings the Rams to the line. They'll try to get 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he will get in. The 2-point conversion works. And the lead is up to 3.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 27-yard line.
Average, 69, 18, Rattler, 18.
Now, first down throw for Ward. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now Gibbs running left with Singleton. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. Sly now for the point out. He's got it. And the Titans are on top. It's 14-10.
The score, Titans 14, Rams 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That's into the hands of Cora. And they'll be set up now. up past the 40 with that one. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
A gain of 19 yards.
On first down, it's Stafford. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Cody Barton. Oh, the quarterback trying to find somebody open there, but that time, instead of finding his running back, it goes back the other way for a defensive score.
Mike, I think this is just one of those cases where the quarterback's just a little too casual with the throw. He kind of goes to his running back late on the check down. He never sees the defender until he's chasing him on his way for the touchdown.
From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Stafford now to throw on first down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That is the Pro Bowler, Jeffrey Simmons. He works his way in, and that's now 5 sacks for him on the year. Now a second down throw for Stafford. That's caught by Puka. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now, Rams in control of the football. They begin with a 3rd down and 3. Stafford now. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit. That right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They are going for it. Stafford. He will have the conversion and more. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on 4th down.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
He was looking for Terrence Ferguson, the tight end. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Again, it's Stafford. A throw on the move is caught. And he will get into the end zone. Blake Corum, touchdown Los Angeles. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Jim Ray DK now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start on the ground with Singleton. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage yardage, and that's all.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
18-70 Timberwolves, Buffalo 18.
Throwing on third down, Ward. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. That is brought in. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. It's a big one for Tennessee. Gains an even 70 yards.
60, let's go now.
They'll run here. It's Pollard. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here now, second down and
Trap
goal.
60, trap 60. Come on, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Titans. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the first round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On first and 10, Stafford. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
250.
That is Ferguson in motion. On second down, here's Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Valdez-Scantling on the move. He gets this complete, finding Adams. First and 10.
And the Rams, first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Rams.
Hey, 70.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Hey, 22. Set.
To the air again. Stafford. A dive and a catch. Incredible. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
That's another
And his great game continues, and all game long, Mike, he's really been on the receiving end of a lot of big plays, but I think we might have just seen his best one yet.
Stafford to throw again. Forced out wide. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
And you think back earlier, remember, Mike, he threw that pick six in a very similar situation. So this time around, much better decision. Doesn't take any chances. Smart move to just throw that one away.
Second and 10.
Set, hut, ready?
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Valdez Scantling on the move. Out to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
So anytime the quarterback leaves the pocket, immediately all the receivers, Mike, have to go scramble drill. Continue to work open, separate, give your quarterback somewhere to go with the ball, but give credit to the defense. They plaster on all the eligible receivers, and he has to just throw this one away.
Williams gets it on the draw. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
The motion man is Nakua. A fake with jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. We're back to Nashville in a moment. Here's second and 9.
Libra, ready?
That's quick RPO to Ferguson. And he will score! Terrence Ferguson. Touchdown, L.A. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Jermaine Johnson.
That decision to go for two was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for two. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
On the return, it's Jim DK. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
The Titans take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mustang 19. Let's go. Hey, Panther 60. Panther 60.
On first and 10, Ward. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions, and I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs, because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. They're not going to get away with that.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield. and get yourself in the end zone.
This fielded at about the 9. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
24-yard line.
Set. 180. Stop.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Got him in, downfield, it's Devontae. 16 yards on the game, and a quick 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Stafford going to give it to Cora. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. And after that short run, it puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. Open man, downfield, it is Adams. A gain of 21 as they get the conversion on 4th down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And that'll give him the 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
So you find yourself down here in the red zone. This is where it's critical for the quarterback, Mike, to understand he's only got 2 options. Put the ball in a spot where your guy can catch it, or in a spot where nobody can catch it. Unfortunately for them, this time ends up being the latter.
Blue 60. Right 54.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. That is pulled in at the 5. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal. Now timeout signal for them, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Set. 280.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That is hot in the middle of the end zone. Devontae Adams. Touchdown, Rams. for Adams. It's career touchdown number 104. Third amongst active players, but his first as an LA Ram. 7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. On the return, here's DK. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
The Titans take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. They'll spot this at their own 48, meaning this is a 62-yard attempt. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. On first down, Stafford. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. 13 yards to start that drop. And a quick first down. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10. On the run to the right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
Valdez-Scantling on the move. To throw on second down, Stafford. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. That is Ferguson in motion.
Los Angeles.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout. That's going to bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are
under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Jermaine Johnson, the former first-round pick, in there to bring him down. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. Throw, left side, caught by Ferguson. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
It's fourth down.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on third down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
Sean McVay will send out the field goal unit. They'll spot this at their own 48, meaning this is a 62-yard attempt. This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
Rig alert, rig alert. Hiking 18, 65, hurt. Hooking 19.
They'll give this to Singleton, running right. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
60, trap 60. Here we go, set. 60 by 6, 60.
Shotgun snap for Wolf. That one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Come on, set. Crack all 80. Ready.
Third and long. Here's Wolf. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
The motion man is Nakua. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag. I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
DK to return. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. A 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Roll.
On the handoff, running left is Singleton. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Titans. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
This one taken at the 7. They'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw for Stafford. He'll look deep, left sideline.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Singleton. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Ready. Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Here's Ward. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
If he's able to get the ball out of his hand on time, that's probably a completion, but there's a little hesitation for one reason or another, and by the time he lets it go, he has a defender bearing down on him and leads to an incompletion.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Ready. 60. Crack all 80. 18. Pioneer. Ready.
From the gun, here's Ward. Moving outside the pocket, taking the deep shot here with Robinson.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Stafford now on 1st down. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Ready. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Now, 1st down throw for Ward. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's in! Touchdown, Tennessee. That's his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Slides extra point, up and good. And the Titans will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Rams 29.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Stafford. That's swung out to Ali. And he is out of bounds at the 45.
A gain of
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
1st down, Stafford. Open man, that's Adams. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. There's that man again. Another catch. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 50.
That's another Rams 1st down.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. He's to midfield. Inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one the distance. Touchdown, Titans. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their 2nd pick-6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick-6, but to get 2 pick-6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Stafford now to throw on 1st down. Push to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
And remember, he threw that pick 6 on the previous drive, so don't think that's still not in the back of his head. He's certainly not going to risk giving the ball away again, and good decision there to just throw it away.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Exiting the pocket right. Going up top. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, the one he was looking for. And it's going to be 4th down. That is Ferguson in motion. He's got a man. That's Nakua, complete. And he's going to take this one all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
They'll try to pick this up with a run. And he'll get into the end zone and get this one a couple of points closer.
37.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
On the jump. 19, Tiger, number 1. Cougar 19. Go.
They give to Pollard on the option. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back and they get him down for no gain.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Smash. Cowboy 80. Steady.
Again, it's Pollard. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A pickup there of 13. 1st down for Tennessee.
The Titans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hawk, set, streak, streak. Rig. Say, hurt.
Now toss, and Singleton running left. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
70 Timberwolves. Let go.
On play action, it's Ward. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. They got 14 there. Didn't get it by much, but they do pick up the 1st down. Here's 1st and 10. Ward gonna keep it here on the zone read, and his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Get it! Liking 18! Let's go!
Now it's Ward. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11.
70 Timberwolves. Hey, smash. Hey, that's your man. That's your man. Check smash. Check smash. Ready.
Out of the gun, they give it to Pollard. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Come on, come on. Set. Ready.
Now Ward on a design run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Wandale Robinson, touchdown Tennessee. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all off-season long, to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. On the ground, it's Coro to start the drive. And he'll get this past the 25, out to the 27. A pickup of 7.
The 27-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's 2nd and 2. The motion man is Nakua. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Coro. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
They'll go down to a knee. It is 3rd and long.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
So it's a win here for the Titans.